So the Yeezy stem player is actually a pretty cool device. I've had some time with it now. For sure, there's a learning curve to it, but I'm starting to get the hang of this thing, and just wanted to give y'all a quick update that I'm having fun with it so far. So what's good, guys? JA here. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in for today's video. We got a huge Yeezy update. Plus, stay tuned till the very end of the video. I got an exclusive, never before heard Yeezy leak. I received a cryptic message. I put all the pieces to the puzzle together, and I'm excited to let you guys know that a classic is coming back. So stay tuned for that, guys. Before we get into it, if y'all could do me a huge favor, if you enjoy these daily Yeezy updates, be sure to leave a thumbs up here on today's video, and let's go ahead and get straight into it. So if you guys happen to notice, there's a new instrumental featured here in today's video. So just cooked that up the other day for you guys. Drop your feedback, and if you didn't notice, if you're new here, all of the instrumentals on this channel are produced by yours truly. So before we get into current affairs of the Yeezy brand, we got to take it back to the archive. So of course, Jeen-Yuhs, Kanye's 3-part docu-series just wrapped up the final episode 3, and it's low-key a sad moment because it's kind of the end of that era, but it was amazing to just see, you know, Ye throughout the different stages of his life, the ups and downs, and just to see that he's kind of been the same Kanye the whole time. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because in part 3, there is a section, small piece of the doc, which focuses on some of his work with Adidas and Yeezy. So you do see him in the offices discussing samples. You even kind of get to see a little behind the scenes of what went down in the Wyoming factory warehouse, where he spent a lot of time during that era. So I want to give a huge shout out to the Yeezy Archive, which is a collective of individuals from the Yeezy community that have well documented all of the Yeezy brand samples and releases all throughout history. So big shout out to those guys. At this current moment, their Instagram account has been targeted and taken down temporarily, but big shout out to those guys. The account will be back up soon, and they do have a website coming soon. So I always fact check information with the Yeezy Archive before posting videos. So big shout out to those guys for providing context behind some of these images captured from the Jeen-Yuhs doc. So first up, we have a blurry image, a quick shot of a bunch of various Yeezy samples. Most noteworthy, you see that amazingly beautiful blue Yeezy foam run. It would be amazing if we could potentially get a future release of those joints. Now pictured here, you have a t-shirt that a lot of people were feeling like this was gonna be God's Country merch, which is a working title for an unreleased Kanye album. But it turns out that this design was actually shown on the runway for Yeezy Season 8. Now here you have famed producer 88 Keys, but in the background of this image, you do see an early sample of the blue Yeezy Gap round jacket. Now this next image is amazing. What could have been Yeezy Gap year 1? Bottom right corner, you do see some bags. And then of course you have the 500 high. So you got an early sample here, you know, that has a different cut on the top. What do you guys think about this? Do you prefer what we have with this early sample, or are you guys really happy with the actual retail release that dropped? And then you got some Yeezy basketball samples. The Yeezy basketball silhouette is extremely interesting because there were so many countless samples, and then the Quantum was actually the debut that we got for retail. And then of course you see a sketch here of a variation of a Yeezy 350. This could have potentially been the 350 V3, and then you have the Yeezy 500, which has a different sole. So you do see the team discussing information in the documentary, mentioning that they were trying to get the sole to be more organic. So I'm a huge fan of what we actually got for the final retail release. So the doc was incredible. Some of these moments captured were awesome. Let me know what you guys think down below. And then yesterday, we also got a huge reveal from Yeezy Influence and the Yeezy Archive of an upcoming new Yeezy 350 V2 colorway. So this one's taking it back to the Supply 350 stripe, but this time you have a beige primary color with a black stripe. So this is an interesting take. It looks like we did see early samples of this pair from 2017, but the final retail version will be slightly tweaked. So I feel like this release is going to be exciting for the Yeezy community. The 350 you know, supply stripe is definitely a staple for the Yeezy 350 and one of the more favorable variations of that model. So this colorway is clean. It's definitely giving me like somewhat zebra vibes or Zion vibes, kind of in that realm, but it's definitely doing enough on its own to kind of stand out. And I feel like this will be one of the most hyped Yeezy releases leading up to the fall 2022. Big salute to everybody that made it till the end of the video. I got a crazy update for y'all that I like can't even believe myself. So I received a cryptic message from a unanimous Yeezy leaker, somebody that is very credible. And I want to give a huge shout out to Zelig, Brandon, Ravenger, Stephanie, NDF, everybody I'm forgetting, Plesky from the Yeezy Reddit Discord. This update is for y'all. Now the cryptic message basically showed this image. We've all seen it before. This is the warehouse with countless Yeezy samples. Now the interesting thing about this image is that majority of pairs that we see in these circles of various Yeezy models has released in one way or another. Now the cryptic message read that there is a pair of Yeezys that are all one color, one circle, and they will be restocking later this fall. So I'm taking a look. Of course, we have various Yeezy models, but pretty much all of the circles have different colors of the same model. So I'm looking around. Now I do see the statics, so that fits the description. One color, one circle, one model, but we already got the statics, right? Now I do see the 450 dark slate, which matches the description, one color, one circle, and one model. But we've already gotten those. But then if you veer off a little bit to the bottom left there, we see the 700 V3 Azael. So one color, one circle, one model. So I'm pleased to let you guys know, coming this fall, the return of the 700 V3 Azael, the OG colorway. Now, before you guys get super excited, huge disclaimer. Now, all of this could be capped, but from what I'm thinking is that this release, instead of it being like a mass-produced release, this could potentially be one of the Yeezy Day 2022 releases. So nothing is sure at this time, but I want to let you guys know these are coming back later this year. So rather than somebody that's going to pay resale, just hold off, because there could be a potential chance that you guys could cop this release for retail. Now, I'm not sure what it's going to look like, because if these do drop for Yeezy Day, like I'm thinking, it could be an impossible cop. If we look at Yeezy Day releases, pretty much everything is pretty tough to cop unless they mass produce it like they did the Wave Runner. So unless Yeezy has plans to drop a huge amount of stock of pairs for these for a Yeezy Day potential 2022 release, I wouldn't get my hopes too high, but I feel like for the community, this is amazing news. So many people have been waiting to get their hands on these, and nobody wants to pay that crazy retail. So the OG 700 V3 potentially coming back this fall. I think it's gonna be a Yeezy Day release. So Yeezy detectives, get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And salute to the Yeezy detectives, because in my last video, I mentioned that the red stripe wasn't dropping this summer. And the Yeezy detectives hit me up and let me know that they are coming. They're not dropping this summer, but they are planning to drop this fall. So what are your guys' thoughts? Let me know what you think about the new 350. Did you catch the Jeen-Yuhs documentary? And are you excited? And what do you think of a potential restock of the OG 700 V3 this fall? Salute to each and every one of you guys for tuning in. I'm JA. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Big salute.